Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beyond Whiskey with Perez. Video number 2. Tonight, me and my wife Melinda, we're walking through a Melinda Learns Whiskey number 7. You can check it out on Instagram at MRLG Perez. Give me a follow. And we were walking through the spots, so to speak. Spot Irish whiskey. We did a green spot, a yellow spot, and a red spot. These are all excellent Irish whiskeys. I would definitely recommend finding them if you can. Made by Mitchell and Sons, Fine Wine and Spirits. And we tested them out just to see the different flavors, the different profiles. Melinda, who is learning whiskey right now, has decided she really likes whiskeys made with more barley than anything else. We had done some bourbons, and she didn't like the bourbons. Well, she didn't mind one. She really didn't like the other. We find that the barley in these tends to be a little softer on the palate, a little more accommodating to her tastes. And so the green spot that we did tonight, single pot Irish whiskey, triple distilled. There's no age statement on it, but it was excellent. Very fruity, little oily. No pepper to speak of on the nose, and then on the palate. Let's see, what does it say here? Full spice body, a hint of cloves. Didn't get any cloves. Fruity sweetness and green apples. You know, that's funny because before I tasted it, on the nose, I smelled green apples, and then tasting it, it was definitely very green appley. Very, very excellent. I thoroughly enjoyed this. How did you like it?
I like the green spot.
Green spot was good.
Yeah.
You got some of the green apple too, right?
I did get the green apple.
And then here we have the yellow spot. It is 3 cask maturation, bourbon, sherry, and Malaga casks. Um, very 12 years, aged 12 years. What I noticed was there was definitely some pepper on this one. It was much more pepper bomb than this one right here. Uh, it was nice. You could definitely taste the pepper on the nose. It was kind of sweet. I didn't really get much else other than the pepper and the sweetness. And then on the taste, there was definitely a honey sweetness, which this says. There were some spices, and definitely could taste the spices and the sweetness. This says you could also taste coffee, but I didn't get any coffee. Doesn't mean that you won't. Babe, did you get any coffee?
I did not get coffee. I did get creme brulee.
You did get creme brulee.
I did
That's
get
true.
creme brulee.
That's true. And then we went to the red spot. The red spot is also triple cask maturation. It's a bourbon cask, a sherry, and then a marsala cask. And I believe the marsala is a wine made in Spain. I believe that's was that the
I know the Malaga is made in Spain.
what was it, the Malaga?
I don't.
Yeah, you're right. The Malaga is the one made
Yeah.
in Spain
I
because we didn't know what that was.
Yes, I don't know where marsala is made, but I know I love to use it to cook chicken.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, the Malaga was made in Spain. I had to look that up because I was like, "Where's that? Never even heard of that." I'm not a wine guy, so you tell me it's wine. I don't know. I don't know. But you do like to use Marsala. So this is non-chill filter. I always like something that's non-chilled filter. Aged 15 years, and with this one, uh, once again, I got a lot of fruit, a lot of um, little spice, little what I say, like a fruit bakery, like a
Yeah, it was a different fruit
yeah, it was
from
definitely a
the
different
green
fruit.
spot. The green spot was like fresh fruit.
Yeah,
This was like baked fruit.
baked fruit. That's a good way to describe it. This was definitely very baked fruity, especially on the palate. This had a great mouthfeel. It was very viscous. Love that word. Don't know why. It's a great word. Um, this one was a little, to me, lighter than these two in the mouthfeel. Um, this one lingered, but in a good way. Do you have to let it linger? Cranberries. Didn't get any cranberries on this though. It was I don't like cranberries. I like Bando. Um, this was my favorite one of the three. I thoroughly enjoyed this one. What did you think, babe?
I ranked them red spot, green spot, yellow spot.
I agree.
But we've only gone through our first tasting. We've now added a couple drops of water.
We have.
And we're going to go back.
We are right now. So first we're going to do the green spot. We added a couple drops of water with my Glencairn water dropper. They match because I'm that guy. I am that guy. Ooh, okay. So the water's changed the profile than what we got before. It's very doughy. There's still a fruit. I would say there's a little. This is gonna sound weird. I say there's almost like a hint of lemon with the water now, which I don't think. Definitely think of that before. Ooh, that's very interesting. The water really opened that up. There's a lot of fruit now. There's dough. Like there's definitely dough. Um, it's almost, I'd say, earthy, but in a good way. Um, but that's an apple orchard all day. Like that's just yeah, that's apple orchard all day. Go ahead, baby. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. While I smell the yellow spot. What do you think? Now that the water's opened it up a little bit.
I see what you're saying about
Yeah.
the earthiness. It's really good.
Yeah, it's excellent.
It's the water has kind of cut through. This one of the three has the most alcohol taste.
Yes.
It's not overpowering,
No.
but it has the most alcohol taste and smell.
Right.
But the water's really cut through the nose of the alcohol, I think, more than the palate of it.
Okay, so now the water on this, on the nose, I'm not getting that pepper anymore. It's opened up quite a bit. And this is almost like a like a fruit pasture, like this like mixture of fruits.
Now, are you getting peach because that wine that we had never heard of
This peach
is a peach
it's
wine?
a peach wine. I'm not getting peach, but I'm definitely getting fruit, like someone took a bunch of different fruits and grew them in an orchard together. That's got a much better smell now. The nose that now that the water has opened it up a bit. We give it a taste. Still pepper, but not as heavy as it was before. Um, Still some creme brulee. I can definitely taste that. A little bit of dough, almost yeasty. I think the water made this a better sip than it was previously. So go ahead and give that a try, baby. While I check out the red spot. Um, age 15 years, this was excellent.
Coming off the green, the yellow just punches you in the face with pepper.
It does.
Comparatively. It's not as peppery as it was without the water.
Right.
But it really does, just coming off the green that doesn't have that pepper.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it hits you hard.
It does. It definitely does. Um, but I like it more with the water. I thoroughly enjoyed it with the water. I think it's definitely better with the water than opening it up a little bit.
Yeah, it's good.
You okay?
It's a little
Sorry, babe. All right, so red spot with the water. It's changed the nose a little bit. I feel like you could definitely tell now that it's been aged in bourbon barrels. You get a little bit of that wood, a little bit of that oak. There's an underlying sweetness. Um, I still don't get any of that black cherry that you said.
I got the black cherry in there.
All right, so let's give this a sip and see what we have going on now that there's been some water added to it. Oh, that's interesting. Water's made this a more peppery than this was before. There's definitely some pepper. Um, there's some tartness, almost like a fruit tart. There's I I, I get a little hint of cherry now, little hint of black cherry. Um, that's delicious. This is quite tasty. That's gonna be my tagline for this channel. Quite tasty. Still got that good, nice mouthfeel. Very viscous. Coat your mouth. It's got a good back end. Lingers a little bit, but in a pleasant way. Definitely fruit tart. Yeah, that's excellent. Go ahead and give that a try now, babe, with the water. As people take a look at the bottles, this is what we did tonight.
This is my favorite nose of the three, too.
Yeah, it's got
It's
a great
just
nose.
so sweet smelling.
It is.
It's really fruity, less earthy.
Very less. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree. 100%. So now she's tasting it.
Little play-by-play action since I'm behind the camera.
Right.
I did punch up the pepper a little
It
bit.
did.
I still don't think it's as peppery as the yellow.
No,
I think the yellow is still has the most pepper.
I agree.
And this one, the pepper is kind of on the finish.
Right.
The yellow, the pepper is right up front.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. This
Very fruity, though.
very fruity.
It's delicious.
Yeah, this is still my favorite of the three. So, if you like Irish whiskey and you're out and about and you see these, I would say that they're definitely worth picking up. And I don't know what this cost because I wasn't there when it was purchased.
Oh, yeah, you were.
Was I?
Yeah, you were. They had to get it out of the locked case for us.
I thought that wasn't the yellow spot. That was. Oh, you're right. It was the red spot. I was there when I bought this.
You weren't there for the yellow spot.
I wasn't there for the yellow spot, so I know what this cost, and it's worth it. Take my word for it. I would spend it again for this because, yeah, it's tasty. So thank you for tuning in with us and enjoying. Well, hopefully you enjoyed, but joining us in our journey through the spots. And this is video number 2. So please check it out. I'm going to give you a quick preview of what the next video will be. Maybe if you could grab me the Angel's Envy and the Old Elk, please. So, my favorite bourbon is Angel's Envy, period. Then I found this Old Elk. They're both aged in port casks, port wine barrels. So I'm going to do a blind taste test for my next video. Compare the two. Like just looking at them, this one is a darker bourbon. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. Because this is, I love aged wasabi. It's so good. But thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Do the bell thing. I don't know what they do on YouTube. This is only my second video. So, but thanks for tuning in. Talk to you guys later.